podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
This Pride, everyone's coming through for the Trevor Project on YouTube Shorts. Join us! Create a short showing how you're stepping up for Pride using the hashtag YouTube Pride Challenge. Come through for Pride on YouTube Shorts. Visit youtube.com/pride.
Sports fans, come experience the FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel for all your sports betting action. The ultimate place for any sports enthusiast. Take advantage of our 24/7 kiosks, massive video screens, and watch all the action from the best seat in the house. Make every moment more at the all-new FanDuel Sportsbook at Live Casino and Hotel in Hanover, Maryland. Please play responsibly. Gambling problem? Please call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit mdgamblinghelp.org.
Hello there, we're still here for one last hurrah. This is our 78th podcast of the season, count 'em. And because we just can't get enough, we wanted to celebrate the Reds' promotion to the Premier League with our end-of-season quiz. This is 1865, the Nottingham Forest podcast, one of the top 40 UK football podcasts. So thank you for joining us, listener, and we're going to just introduce today's guests. I'm Rich Ferraro, and I'm joined by Mr. Stephen Toplis. Hello there.
Hello.
And you're joining us from your holidays, so thank you very much for taking the time out. I'm sure that your nearest and dearest are delighted that you're taking this time.
Come all this way to Devon to do a podcast.
Yes,
that's dedication for you.
Yeah. We're also joined by Baz, and we may have guest appearances from producer Winston this morning.
Yeah, he's in a bit of a mood because he's not been for a walk because it's raining and he doesn't like the rain.
We should point out to new listeners, producer Winston is a dog. And last but not least, we're going to go over to Quizmaster Tom Newton, who, by doing this quiz, he's decided he will be freed from desire.
Morning. We're still Premier League. I still can't believe it after a week.
I know, and it's not sunk in yet, has it? So anyway, without any further ado, let's get on with today's quiz. So Tom, take it away.
This is the Nottingham Forest Premier League quiz to basically celebrate our return to the top flight after 23 years. So we've got 23 questions. So the first question, number one, Mark Crosley. Who did Nottingham Forest play in their final league game of the 1992-1993 season?
Stephen.
Go.
Ipswich Town.
It was. 1-0 to Steve.
Well done. Okay.
So number two is Des Little. Who scored the Forest's first goal of the 92-93 season?
Rich.
Gone.
Oh, God, it's gone. No. Teddy Sheringham.
Yes.
Yes.
So, question number three, Stuart Pearce. Maurice Ruiff stepped down as chairman in 1992 due to fraud charges, but who succeeded him as Forest chairman?
Rich.
Go on.
Fred Reacher.
Prove it. Yes, it was Fred Reacher. So, question number four, Colin Cooper. Lars Bohinen was signed in 1993 from which Swiss side?
Rich.
Baz, I think, just got in.
Is it FK Vang?
No, it wasn't, unfortunately.
Oh, that was his original club, wasn't it?
So the answer is Lars Bohinen used to play with young boys.
At the Wankdorf.
I think you're thinking of... well, I don't want to preempt any other questions, so I'm not going to say it. Go on.
The answer for that was young boys of Bern. So, number five, Steve Chettle. To the nearest million, what was the fee paid for to bring Brian Roy to the Forest in 1994 from Foggia?
Rich.
Go on.
2.5 million.
It was. 2.5 million. So, Question number 6, which I think of the player now. Who can have be number 6?
Carl Tyler.
Number 6, Carl Tyler. During Forest's 1-1 draw with Manchester United in the opening home game of the 94-95 season, who scored the opening goal for Manchester United?
Stephen.
Go on.
Andrei Kanchelskis.
It was Andrei Kanchelskis. Stan Collymore scored the equaliser in the second half, I think. No, the first half, sorry. So, question number 7, Steve Stone. During Euro 96, how many Forest players made the final squad?
Clarification, is this just for England or for any squad in the...
the England squad, sorry.
Rich, I'm going to go for 2.
It was, you're right, Stuart Pearce and Steve Stone. So, question number 8, Scott Gemmell. Between Shipstons and Pinnacle, what was the club's sponsor during the 90s? Go on, Baz.
Labatt's.
Yes, it was Labatt's.
And he's off the mark.
Finally.
It's like waiting for Teddy to score his first goal all the way back then.
Number 9, Nigel Clough. During Forest's 2-1 win against Arsenal in 1996, who scored Forest's 2 goals?
Rich.
Alfie
Hurland.
It is Alfie Hurland. And I think that was Stuart Pearce's first game as caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
So, question number 10, Stan Collymore. Who did Forest sign from Norgio Xamax in 1997?
Rich.
Go on.
Thierry Bonelaire.
It was Thierry Bonelaire. Okay. Question number 11. I'll go for John Robertson for this one. Our greatest ever player. Why did Pierre Van Hooijdonk go AWOL from the squad in 1998 for 3 months?
Stephen.
Go on, Steve.
Because the board sold Kevin Campbell?
Yes, it was. And also he went on strike for that reason.
I thought it was going to be a more complex answer then. He went on strike.
I did put it in brackets of the reasons why, but it obviously mentioned the reasons. So, question number 12, Gareth McCleary. Who did Forest play in the quarterfinals of the UEFA Cup in 1996?
Baz.
Go on, Baz.
That was Bayern Munich.
It was. Question 13, Alan Fettis. Who was in goal during Forest's 3-1 penalty shootout win against Spurs in 1996 FA Cup? Go on.
Mark Crossley.
It was. And we can't forget his Klinsmann dive where he never even moved, did he, when it hit the ground? So.
Apparently, didn't Alan Sugar send a bill to the club saying you need to repair that big divot? Anyway, so was that question 13? So I think it's probably time for a quick score update there. Bringing up the rear, we've got Baz on 2, who I think is always just on the cusp of getting the answer, but then someone jumps in before him. On 3 points, we've got Stephen, and then at the moment, I'm currently on 8 points. So let's just say that the other 2 are going to have to maybe do a bit of tactical voting.
You're listening to 1865, the Nottingham Forest podcast.
Question 14, Ian Wone. Who did Forest sign from QPR for 2.5 million in 1998?
Stephen.
Go on.
Nigel Quasi.
It was Nigel Quasi. Question number 15, Andre Salenzi. Who's made the most Premier League appearances for Forest?
Ooh. Stephen.
Go on.
Steve Chettle.
It was Steve Chettle with 174.
Good work.
I think he was 16. Number 16, Bobby Howe. Who has scored the most goals for for Forest in the Premier League? So, yeah, which player scored the most Premier League goals for Forest?
It's got to be Sam.
No.
Ooh.
Stephen.
Oh.
Ian Wone.
Nope. Switched Steele. There's not much in it, to be honest, in terms of how many more goals he's scored.
I'm going to go for Robert Rosario.
Big bad Rob.
Stoney.
No, it wasn't. It was actually Brian Roy with 24.
Bloody hell.
All right.
Because Stan Collymore scored 22 in his only season. And Brian Roy, obviously, his first season in 94-95. Then you have the 95-96, then 96-97. So, yeah, 24 goals.
Well, there you go, then.
Questions. I haven't got a play for this one, unfortunately, unless anybody wants to go.
17?
17, yeah.
Chris Allen.
Chris Allen.
Bloody hell. First division winger.
It's a deep cut there, isn't it? Chris Allen.
No disrespect, but, with when we signed Chris Allen, I'm sure it was rumoured at the time to get Joey Beecham, but obviously, unfortunately, God rest his soul, he didn't want to leave Oxford after his West Ham, and we got the other winger from Oxford.
So we just signed another winger from the same club.
Yeah, I probably felt sorry for them. So, yeah, question 17, Chris Allen. What was significant about Forest's 2-1 win away at Manchester United in 1994?
Rich. It was United's only home defeat that season.
It was their first home defeat in a whole in 40 matches, 40-something matches.
Yes, it was, Baz. Yeah.
It was also the Paul Ince game, and it was the one where Stan went off in a marred, wasn't it?
No, the Paul Ince game was the home match, I think.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because I remember seeing Psycho wearing the red kit over Ince wearing the black kit.
Oh, right.
But it was definitely Stan going off in a marred.
That was the rumours were going around that Collymore was going to go to Man United.
Yeah.
And then they bought Andy Cole, didn't they? So
yeah, it was just 2 weeks later we got the biggest shock, didn't we? When all the headlines came, in an era before social media, like the papers were going, Andy Cole has gone to Man United, and we're going, oh right, okay, so Stan's going to be definitely in a marred for the rest of the season.
So, right, question 18, Alfie Haaland. Who rejoined the club from Manchester City in 1996?
Stephen.
Go on.
Nigel Clough.
It was Nigel Clough.
Oh.
So, question 19, Rafik Jabor.
Isn't there a number 19 from the Premier League era? Come on.
Jean-Claude Darcheville.
Yeah.
So, Permatan Ron Atkinson walked through the wrong dugout during his first game as Forest manager, but who was that against?
Stephen. Arsenal.
Yes, it was.
I was there.
We had them big blood phone hands.
A little bit of it.
I remember those, yeah.
I remember the fans banging on the back of the dugout saying he's gone to the wrong dugout and he's saying, where's our bench? Brilliant.
But do you not remember we did have Dennis Bergkamp and Kanu in reserve that season, so just didn't use them enough.
Question number 20. Help us out. I can't think of a number 20 for us.
Paul McGregor.
Oh, yeah. One bombshell. Paul McGregor. Andre Salenzi scored precisely how many goals whilst on Trent's side?
Baz.
Baz.
2.
It was 2. It was in the League Cup against Oxford and Bradford City.
I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Matt, who was there at Oxford to see the landmark moment when Salenzi scored his first Reds goal. Now, as we're entering the final furlong, I'd like to give a score update. And so Baz has now got 4. Stephen has got 7. and I am on 8. So it's hotting up and there's all to play for.
So, question 21. I'm trying to think of anybody want to pitch in for number 21?
Chris Bart-Williams.
Yeah, the Bartman.
Yeah.
So, true or false? The opening lines of Baddiel and Skinner's 3 Lions football coming home. It's bad news for the English game. So, a reference to Nottingham Forest. True or
Stephen.
false?
That's true.
It was. He said it after the 7-2 defeat against Bayern Munich in the UEFA Cup in '96. So, number 22, Ryan Yates.
Oh, come on. If we're going Premier League era, there's only one number 22 we can go for, surely.
Brian Roy.
Yeah.
So, who did Forest loan Jean-Claude Dodgeville from in 1998?
Rich.
Gone.
Bordeaux.
No.
Oh, you are a bloody disgrace!
Stephen.
Gone.
Strasbourg.
No.
Oh, it's crap. Oh, it's bloody rubbish!
Is it Nantes?
It wasn't. It was Rennes. Or Rennes.
Did he go to Bordeaux?
He did later in his career. Then he went to Rangers. So.
Can I just point out, as we're about to go into the last question, the very last question, it is neck and neck. So whichever of me or Stephen get this question is going to be the winner. But if Baz gets it, or if no one gets it, then we might need a penalty shootout.
We might need Christian Edwards.
Yes, we'll need number 24, Christian Edwards.
So question 23, Bernard Alou. I think it was 23.
Oof.
Wow.
Hello. Closest wins this. How many Premier League goals have Forest scored?
It's going to be who breaks the seal, isn't it?
I'm going to say 140.
Rich, have a go?
I'm going to go for 310.
I'm only going to go 110.
Right. The answer was 229.
Oh, hang on. So who's that then?
Oh,
So that's 70 for you, and what did you say? 140.
yeah.
So that's 70 either way, isn't it? Did you say 210?
No, 229.
229. Oh, so that's Rich.
Hey!
So I don't need Christian Edwards after all.
We don't need Christian Edwards. So we've been joined by Jeremy, and in just a second, Jeremy's going to do the Olympic prize-winning ceremony.
You're listening to 1865, the Nottingham Forest podcast.
Okay, thank you, Rich. It is a great pleasure to be here on this most auspicious occasion, and ready to award the real prize that everyone's been waiting for all season, I'm sure.
This is turning into a UEFA event.
Yeah, we'll be locking you all up and tear gassing you shortly, kettling you into a
soon, Jeremy.
Right. In third place, on 4 points, we have Baz.
Oh, bloody
Bix.
rubbish!
So a good effort there. In second place, with 8 points, Stephen Toplis.
Ooh.
Woo.
I've never heard Stephen make that noise before.
Which means the winner of the 1865 Nottingham Forest Premier League quiz with 9 points is the man, the myth, Mr. Rich Ferraro.
I'd like to thank you, Jeremy, and I'd like to thank you, Tom, for writing the quiz, hosting the quiz, and doing the theme tune as well. So, unbelievably, that brings us to the end of this very special quiz. And to you, listener, thank you for joining us, whether it's throughout the season or you've come to us more recently. If you like what you hear, please do leave us a review and a nice comment on your podcast app, especially if you're an Apple user, as this will help other Forest fans to find our content. We'd like to thank the Second Tier Podcast for chatting to us throughout the season, as well as Championship Chat and a number of other pods. And also, we'd like to say, we're not going to be talking to you next year, so sorry, lads. Big thanks also to our sponsors FanHub, The Terrace and the Sports Social Network. And many thanks as well to all of the opposition fans who've joined us and contributed to our match reports throughout the season. We really do appreciate it. And we think that you've added a real extra dimension to what we've done throughout the season. Of course, I want to say a big thank you to our 1865 team, in particular Stephen, Baz and Jeremy, who help out a lot behind the scenes as well as in front of the mic. Thanks to our controversy correspondent, Quizmaster Tom, and also to the Maradon the Midlands and to Adam. Thank you also to producers Romeo and Winston, the 1865 podcast, and finally to Emma for being the voice of the podcast and putting up with me recording and editing every blooming weekend instead of us doing nice things together. We will be back before the start of the new season, providing match reports and the view from the opposition next season as we celebrate Forest's return to the Premier League. Thank you so much for listening to 1865, the Nottingham Forest podcast, during this very special promotion campaign. Have a great summer. We're off to have a lie down. See you next season.
Sports Social Podcast Network.